It is a beloved American tradition now turning 100 years old. So that means extra bragging rights for the students snagging this year's title of Scripps National Spelling Bee champion. That's a century of challenging young spellers to master some of the toughest words in the English language. The annual competition kicked off back in 1925 with just 9 contestants at the time, all from local newspapers. Today, you know this, it draws hundreds of young spellers, all competing for the coveted national title. And somebody out there's got to choose the words, and we have him live on the show this morning. Frank Cahill, the National Word List Coordinator for the Scripps National Spelling Bee, joins me live. Frank, good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Good morning, Markie. It is my pleasure.
What does it feel like to be, the keeper of the word list and a guardian of the English language, if you will?
I was a competitor at the Scripps National Bee in 2012. And so being on the other side of things is just, it's a real different experience. Our job here is to give these spellers the challenge they deserve and they've been working up towards, and it is a lot of fun.
So when you competed, I know you were 14 at the time. Was this always on your kind of bucket list or wish list to have this job?
Absolutely. But it's the kind of thing that was beyond my wildest dreams. I never thought this kind of thing could happen. I didn't know who was choosing the words back then. I didn't know who the word panel was. And now being a part of it, it's a real pleasure.
A dream come true. Tell us a bit more about how the competition has evolved over the past century, and what are some of the biggest changes that you've witnessed over the years?
What is so great about the spelling bee as a concept is that it really hasn't changed much in the last 100 years. Media has changed, production has changed, technology has changed. But at the end of the day, it's a bunch of really talented and really committed young people getting up on stage, getting words, spelling them back to us, and showing us just how much they know. And to be honest, in the next 100 years, I don't see the bee changing all that much either. Mm-hmm. It's an American classic for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable to watch and what they're able to spell just at the drop of a hat. As the coordinator, I mean, you play the crucial role of selecting the words contestants will face, the definitions that they're given. I know a lot of this is kind of kept under lock and key, but are you able to walk us through the process at all of how these words are chosen?
What I can say is that while I do coordinate the construction of the list, we do have a small team of people, our word panelists, who spend, not just a couple of months, not just 6 months, but a full calendar year before every bee, finding words in the wild, looking at words in Merriam-Webster's unabridged dictionary, finding the right balance of words that are going to really challenge and inspire our spellers. And so, of course, I can't give the secrets, but what I can say is that we've been working really hard, and we're excited to see how our competitors do this year.
And talk about just that balance of using challenging, obscure words, but also keeping the competition fair for young spellers, because it just kills you, right? When you see some of these young kids be given a word, they're struggling with it. That must kind of tug at your heartstrings, too, knowing that you've chosen the word that some of these kids are having a tough time or, losing out to. That's got to be hard.
You are right on the mark there, Markie. And as someone who competed in 2012 and who lost on the national stage, I do feel it very keenly. On the other hand, I learned a lot from misspelling that word. For one, I know how to spell the word now.
And tell us what the word was. History. What was it like?
Yeah, totally.
Wiggle worm or something like that?
Poor wiggle. Poor wiggle was the word.
Poor wiggle. Okay. Which means
another word
what?
for tadpole. It means tadpole.
Tadpole. Okay. You learn something new every day. Frank Cahill, I got to end it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.